Hey everybody, Jared from etrailer.com. Today I want to talk about the Kuat Transfer V2 single bike system here on this 2007 Honda Pilot. Now right off the bat you can see this is actually kind of a nice looking bike rack. I love the idea that it is wheel mounted, which means you can get most of your bigger bikes on here, including those carbon frame bikes that you don't want that to touch and hold onto by the frame with any of your elements of your bike rack. It is a 50-inch wheelbase and a 60-pound weight capacity, which you can get most of the Z-bikes on here too. It'd be nice. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the features. Now right away we're going to take a look at my favorite feature here is the tilt-away. I like that I can push down on there with my leg, let that fall back. It is going to hold my bike in place nice and secure. And let's see if we can get our Honda to open up. Might be a tight fit, but wow, look at that. Hey, we got space here, nice clearance. We're able to get in here, get our bikes out, our bags out, anything we need to, including this and a shovel. Huh. Go ahead and put that back in there secure. Which I'm going to put that back up in place. Now we'll come over here and look at the features of the back cradle here. It is a hard plastic cradle, which is going to tighten, ratchet down nice and tight, which means that this wheelbase here will go ahead and fit snug. It will accommodate 3-inch wheelbases, so most of your standard bikes, even your mountain bikes that are out 3 inches, will fit in here. Also has a nice little groove, which I'll show you in a little bit here, where those thinner bikes tires can actually groove through. It's easy to take off, it's easy to tighten down. There's a nice lever here you just depress in order to make that go from snug to loosen up. We'll move on to the front, to the wheel mount. Decent size, will accommodate a lot of different wheels. Again, it will allow for a wheelbase of max of 50 inches. Depress this here, wrenching it back down forward, and then it will actually secure that in place. While I'm looking at that, let's go ahead and take the bike off. So what I like to do is unratchet the back first. We shall put that out of the way. It's really wants to stay latched. That's a good thing. Holding on to the bike frame itself, I will depress that lever there, rise it up, move it out of the way, and without too much effort, I'll go ahead and get that bike off of there. And with that bike off there, I want to take a little bit closer look here at how it's held down there with the cradles themselves. Again, we talked about it is a hard plastic area in through here. There's that nice groove I was mentioning for those thinner bike tires. Up through here is going to accommodate again those 3-inch mountain bike tires. All right, it will rotate back and forth to accommodate for different wheelbases. We'll take that ratchet, zip it in there. That'll keep your tire and wheel nice and snug in there, depending on which position you put it in. Up here, the front cradle, a little bit wider place here. Again, still will only accommodate those 3-inch wheelbase or 3-inch tires. All right, again, the nice groove through here. This is a nice pivoting arm, which is going to allow you to move it into a position where I can actually make it more compact for stowaway. All right. Now, one thing I do like is the louder that ratcheting sounds. All right. To me, it means that this system in here, this spring system, is actually working really hard to lock that in position. But if you look through here, you can see that this accommodates nice size frame or tire frame if need be, fatter there. It is a hard rubber, so when you do secure it in place, it's going to lock the bike right down in there. So we'll go ahead and stow that away for now. Now on the front here, you can see that there is a lock, which is going to allow you to put a cable lock through here, lock your bike in place, and then ratchet it back on there, tighten that down, and that'll be a nice locking spot. So you can try to secure that bike and at least keep it here snug onto your bike rack. On this side, there's a position in here where you can extend this bike rack into multiple. So if you get a friend or you had a family member, then you can bring both of your bikes to the trail. Now, if you look here, it's pretty compact as it is, being a single bike platform rack. but it is going to add a little bit of length even to this Honda Pilot. So if we check that out real quick, we can see that from the bumper to the back part, I would suggest it's here to this lever. It's going to be about 26.5 inches. A nice feature with this is that I can actually bring it up by pushing on that lever into an even more compact position, thus decreasing some of that extra space. So if you are trying to get into your garage or into a tighter parking spot, 3-point parking type thing, 3-point turns into a nice little parking on the side of the road, all right, it'll give you that ability hopefully to park there. Let's see how much room we actually saved. The bumper to, let's say, the farthest point now, it's going to bring that down to about 14 inches. And since we did bring it closer to the vehicle, I think it's important to make sure that we check to see how close we got to it to make sure we don't have any problems. And we add, right there, we have 6 inches of clearance between the bike rack itself and here. So if you do need to get something small out of here, you can. I think it's going to hit this right here, so I don't want to open that up that too much. But it does give you enough clearance so you can go ahead and go in there. Now as we go down here, let's talk a little bit about the shank. The shank itself is 1.25 inches. There is a sleeve here which accommodates 2-inch hitch receivers, and that will go into your 2-inch hitch receiver. There's a small pin on this side, narrow pin, and a clip to go with it. And back here, if you can see this spot right here, this is this anti-rattle device where you take a 8mm hex screw, tighten it down, and it's going to make sure this is nice and firm. And as you can see, I'm shaking the vehicle more than I'm shaking anything that would have anything with a bike rack, any bikes on here or whatnot. It's going to protect your bike, it's going to protect your vehicle as well. You don't have to worry about it. It'll be nice and snug and secure. So, with this bike rack, some of my final thoughts. I really like the idea. It's nice and compact. It is a single bike rack, so if you're a professional out on your own, doing your own thing, you can get your bike out of your garage, on the road, and get it to your trail without too much of a problem. Like the locking mechanism, and I love the idea that it's wheel mounted. I like to get those carbon frame bikes out there. So that's a look at the Kuat Transfer V2 single bike rack system here on our 2007 Honda Pilot. I'm Jared from eTrailer. Have a good one.